Ask your doctor if the Mayor and the Texican are right for you. Side effects may include migraine, nausea, anal leakage, depression, suicidal thoughts, shaky leg. If your erection lasts longer than 4 hours, listen to the Mayor and the Texican.
Sometimes, you know. What else can we do when we're feeling low? So take a deep breath and let it go. You shouldn't be drowning on your own. And if you feel
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mayor and the Texican.
What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are still listening to us. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you subscribing, listening to the show week after week, and hopefully we're bringing it to you like you like it.
No kidding. And guys, we're going to reward you guys. The early adopters of this, we will reward you. You don't understand how much you mean to us. So all of you guys that have been with us from the beginning, we appreciate it. You guys are the bomb.
Absolutely. Like we said, we're going to kick off here soon a fantasy league. You know, we don't know exactly what we're going to call it yet. I'm sure we'll come up with something great. But as of now, we will reward you for listening with little tidbits of information like this.
No kidding. And we're going to start off the first quarter and this show with a tribute to the late, great Dennis Green.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
So, you know, talking about the Denny Green era Texican, it's he's, in my opinion, one of the best defensive coaches in NFL history.
You know, born February 17th, 1949 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, University of Iowa alumni, played halfback there. Marvin Lewis claimed him to be a trailblazer, a pioneer for black coaches. 67 years old, we lose Dennis Green. Under the Walsh era is where he learned. I'm a huge 49ers fan, and I believe coaches under Bill Walsh are some of the best coaches out there, and it shows. It shows. Anybody that was ever around Bill Walsh became something great, whether it be in offense, defense, or otherwise. We lost a great coach, Minnesota Vikings. He coached for, took them, I believe it was 9 out of 12 seasons there to the playoffs. Never won the big game, but hey, you can't always win them all. Who's for us to say what the greatest is, but he was one of the best. We lost a great man.
Yeah, going back on Marvin Lewis, just saying he's a trailblazer for, you know, black coaches in the NFL now. He had a pretty good saying back in the day, even while he was coaching, and that was the secret to success is to start from scratch and keep on scratching. Essentially, Denny Green started the scratch for the African American coaching in the NFL that's become prominent.
Absolutely. You know, most of your players are black. Why can't coaches be black? Hey, it's just part of it. Hey, you have to have a white coach.
And it's becoming more and more colorblind nowadays, but it's still there.
It is.
And to an extent, I think it'll always be there. I think it's a natural, not hate, but just, you know, you look at people differently, and nature does that for us. That's what we have to talk about, though, with, you know, Denny Green. He's one of the best.
You know, I hate starting off our podcast with bad news, but just sometimes in the sports world, bad news happens too, and we can't look over that because as they give us great times, they also give us sad times. And why do they give us sad times? Because they made a difference.
That's right. You know, don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go on to a topic that, you know, the Texican brought to my attention today international basketball salaries and how it's going to affect the national market here in the NBA.
Absolutely. I was listening to Russ Smith, local Louisville hero, and he was talking about China and how he would come back with belts of money because it was tax-free. Making upwards, players in China right now, it's a big deal. Kobe Bryant, they love him. They love MJ. They love American players. So, Russ goes out there, maybe makes $800,000, gets a house provided to him and a car of choice.
And they're not getting a shabby player either. He has a record in the D League is the highest scoring player in a game, and that was 62 points. That happened just this past year.
And why wouldn't you leave the D League when you're getting paid $12,000 to $24,000 a season?
Oh, right. I mean, not that 800 G's sounds a little bit better than that, but
hey, so boys and girls, there you go. Stay in school.
Exactly.
If you can learn anything, stay in school, because the odds of you making it are 0.
Well, there's always that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, 1%. That's right. Yeah,
less than
call
1%.
that a reality.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
So, yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it will affect the market here, and the reason I think is, why would a person like Dirk? Why would an international player like that leave his home country to play? Dirk, he's so patriotic with the German colors. I mean, he goes home at the end of every season. That's where he calls home. And if Dallas can't pay him enough, or even if Germany was able to offer him maybe even half of what he's making in the NBA, I feel like Dirk would play for Germany.
You know what? Absolutely. I think if prices were right, you'd have that. You'd have people staying in their home country. Ginobili staying in his home country. You have a lot of great players, but you know what the international leagues are doing by upping the ante is they're really getting the cream of the crop in the NBA, in my opinion, because who doesn't want to be part of that NBA headline?
Well, yeah, it's to have the title as an NBA player. It's something that's envied and coveted by the American youth and even the middle-aged guys. I know I'd like to play in the NBA.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So let's go ahead and move on to the Olympic Summer Games. We're ramping up. It's starting next week, Texican.
It's starting next week. Am I excited? Well, I have to be, because there's no other sport on TV that really is worth watching right now.
Yeah, and I mean it's special. I mean, if we had the Olympics every year, it'd get old. But they make us wait 4 years for it, and I think America bands together. I've seen a lot of patriotism coming from just the Olympic Games alone.
Well, we have seen that brings countries together against each other. It's quite a spectacle. The opening games are something that I love to see, what the country's going to outdo the country that did it before, China, That'll be tough to outdo. That entrance was unbelievable. It leaves a vision in your mind, and I'm sure there's been great ones out there, but China just went crazy. What are you going to do, Rio?
Well, Rio's kind of in shambles, too. How many American athletes have declined going to the Olympic Games because of the virus that's going around down there? They're uncountable, and I think that this is... I mean, it was a great idea. I mean, Rio's a beautiful place, but, I mean, for the Olympic Games, you've got to kind of get things together before the athletes arrive, or else you won't have any athletes.
My doubt that conditions will ever keep athletes from getting to their destination.
We saw a few of them this year.
Well, think about the Winter Olympics in Russia. They still showed up, with all the BS that went on during that.
Come on.
It's true. So athletes are going to show up regardless. They're going to come run. They're going to be the human horses that we love today. We're going to watch them get gold medals. And you brought up something. You said, yeah, what will the Americans not win?
That they've led the world in gold medals and total medals for the past forever. Since 1776, since the 1776 Olympics.
You're right. Okay, badminton.
How many Americans play badminton? How many? Exactly.
So it's a sport. It's an Olympic sport, and people are gonna get gold medals, silver medals, and bronze medals. However you look at it. Fencing, they're gonna get the medals. Golf, you brought it up today. Americans love golf, but are Americans gonna win the gold medal?
No, they won't. I think Britain has the better chance at that.
Okay.
I think England will win gold, but America will be silver.
America's silver. Okay.
Although we could have a miracle happen, it's the name of the game.
Handball. When's the last time you played a little handball?
Exactly.
There?
When was the last time you fenced? When was the last time you played badminton?
How about rowing? Are we going to dominate rowing?
No.
Rugby?
No.
Sailing?
We might.
Soccer?
No.
Okay.
Okay. That's just
table
a small
tennis?
list. Okay,
Trampoline?
the Asians will always have
water
that.
polo?
Come on, but that is just what percentage is that of the entire games?
That's almost all of them. Track and field's individual medals is where we'll rack them up, or swimming's individual medals, or gymnastics individual medals is where America will rack them up. But as a whole, for the sport, there's a lot of other countries that actually have chances at winning at this. Wrestling, that's man-to-man combat. Weightlifting, you never know where the strongest man's going to be. Hey, I'm sorry, the world's strongest man right now on ESPN isn't usually an American, is it? No, because when they're up there, it's a miracle. Taekwondo, synchronized swimming, man. I guess synchronized cell phoning. That I can see Americans being great at that, but it ain't a sport yet.
Yeah, well, if we added the list of
equestrian, cycling, archery, we have great hunters around here, but are they the best archers? Maybe not.
There's a difference in between that, though.
Okay, we'll dominate basketball, track and field, women's and men's, and shooting.
And swimming.
All right.
What do you think about Michael Phelps coming back? Do you think he'll do anything?
Of course. He's got a kid now. He's going to be up in the crowd watching Dad. And there's nothing that makes a dad more proud than to have his son watch him win. I'll tell you something. Whenever I won my national championship in mine rescue for benchmen, I had the best time because my son got to come up on stage to help me carry off the trophies. That was the highlight of my mining career. Why? Because I got to share it with my son. So Michael Phelps, to be able to share gold medals with his son, guess what? That record's never going to be reached. He will be the Jack Nicklaus of swimming.
Oh my goodness!
I hope you win. I hope you win, Michael.
I think he'll get 2 or 3 medals.
Represent, baby.
He'll get 2 or 3 medals. I can see it.
Or they may drug test and pop him afterwards.
Yeah. Well,
make it legal.
I don't think they're checking for that on there.
Well, they have before. They popped it before. They want to get you. They'll get you. So you think we're going to dominate synchronized swimming or taekwondo, huh?
I think we're going to dominate beating America. I'll tell you that. There ain't no other country out there that's America. Okay. We come first every time there.
Okay.
That's all I need to know.
Well, you know what?
Because you know what?
We'll
the sports the world cares about, we win at.
Well, you're right. You're right. But does the world care about basketball throughout the world?
Here's the thing.
Yeah, it's coming.
Hold on. Was synchronized swimming part of the original Olympic Games?
Who knows?
Was fencing?
Basketball?
No. But you know what was? Track and field. And what does America win at every time? Track and field.
So now moving on that, what about Russia doping up their horses?
Well, that's Russia. I mean, look at their leader. Have you seen Putin?
He's a beast.
He is ripped.
He's a beast.
And I don't think he got there by working out all the time. Okay. I think he had a little bit of go-go juice that helped him out. That is Putin right there. But you know what? That's all of Russia.
You're right.
That's all of Russia.
So you're saying mail order brides, jacked up guys come from Russia.
That could be a movie.
So they dominate the skating world.
Yeah, they're good at the Winter Olympics.
They're good at the Winter Olympics
that nobody cares about. Have you seen the videos of Moscow where you can throw boiling water out of a fucking window and it freezes before you get to the ground?
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
Why are you fucking using fuck?
We're gonna edit this fucking part out because we're at 14 seconds or 14 minutes.
Dumb shit.
And fuck you. and we're gonna go back at 14:30. Okay.
Yep.
Shit stain. All right. So yeah, I think that the Olympics are gonna be something else.
They are. I can't wait for opening night. It's going to be exciting watching that torch being passed up there, seeing the flame come on, and seeing the show start. It's a spectacle. I'll wait up for it, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Well, you'll have to.
You darn right.
Yeah. So, you know what? We're going to go ahead and move on. Let's see. What's on the agenda after the Olympic Games?
Halftime.
Is it halftime?
Yeah.
Wow, it's already here. That's what I told myself playing football. Halftime got there really fucking quick.
Why did you have to use it again?
Damn it. 15:12. And we're going to go back at 15:25, okay?
And now you brought something up today. At halftime, which is now, we're discussing the Michael Vick Challenge.
To Cam Newton. Now, this just came on here in the last few days, and I know me and the Texican are going to disagree on this, but Michael Vick challenged Cam Newton, yes, Cam Newton of the Carolina Panthers, to he basically said, Cam's got decent speed, but I'll beat him in a 40 every single time.
You know what? You may come close to getting him in a 40-yard dash, but at your prime. At your prime. It ain't happening right now.
He's talking about right now he could still do it.
Running scared is what's going to happen because he ain't going to get him. He is not... No, Cam can't beat me at 40, but his speed is decent. Come on, man. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk.
Hey, I like it, though. Well, I'm a big Michael Vick fan.
Okay, Cam Newton's at 4.59. At that truck of a man where Michael Vick, okay, you can run fast, but you lost to a Joe on Joe versus Pros. Just remember, that's your highlight there, buddy. Came out of jail, rocking it hard, and he realized that a Joe just beat him, so you better get back in the weight room.
His highlight was that phenomenal comeback he led the Eagles to over the Giants. But we're not going to talk about that because you have a bias against Michael Vick. That's all I'm saying.
It is what it is.
You told me today at work that he's a piece of crap.
He is. He's that. He is a dog murderer. He is into violence with animals. Why such a beautiful animal, a pit bull?
No,
why you'd ever think about doing something like
everybody
that?
has the lowest points of their life.
Hey,
Come
man.
on. He has come back.
He wasn't low in his life. He was actually really, really well off.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Millions of dollars.
Oh, don't give me that. There are plenty of billionaires
that want to kill dogs.
No, but they have a low point in their life. Alcoholism. Lots of different
killing
things.
Dogs, man. That's more.
No, I get that, and he went to prison for it.
That's good. He should have stayed there for life. 7 years.
Come on.
7 years. Michael, 7 years to life.
All right, we're gonna start with the lightning round. We're gonna revise this lightning round. It's gonna be a 1 minute timer, and I'm gonna get the timer out, and we're gonna try to answer as fast as possible. And after the 1 minute goes off, we'll stop. And here's the thing, it's going to be off the top of our head. These may not even make sense. So let's see here.
Here we go. What did you think about the Democratic Convention so far?
Oh, it was a complete and total, poop shoot. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, WikiLeaks come out, and they expose the DNC. So that's all I've got to say about that. Gomez, who's going to win at golf at the Olympics?
Rory McIlroy is going to have a chance at possibly winning in golf. At match play.
Even after he performed in the last major? Didn't even qualify?
One-on-one. It's a game. It's different if they go match play.
Okay, what's up next? Come on.
All right, who is going to be the highest paid player in your lifetime?
Oh, wow. In my lifetime?
What's going to be the number?
Oh, what's going to be the number? I'm going to say $112 million a year.
Wow.
And you're talking about NBA?
Any sport.
Any sport. Well, yeah, it's going to be, hell, I don't even know. With all of the soccer and crap that goes on, that could be one of them. It'll be around 150 mil. Last question for you, Texican. What is your favorite Mexican side dish?
My favorite Mexican side dish is great rice. If you make great Mexican rice, you're a winner in my book. Not beans, but rice.
Not beans, but rice.
And tortillas.
And tortillas.
Believe that.
No doubt. I think that my fiance is home. We're going to go ahead and record through this, though. It's not going to be a big deal. We'll even give her a shout out. We're still recording in an apartment right now. You got to give us a little bit of slack.
You damn right.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move into the third quarter. That 1 minute lightning round, it's going to get better because honestly, I think he had his questions written down. I didn't. Those were coming off the top of the old noodle here.
Which of the noodle's not that bright? It's big, though.
We're going to defensive powerhouses. And it's your obvious picks for your defenses this year. We've already went through all of the offensive positions other than kicker. And, it's a special team. So, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start out. And I'm going to give a safe bet, something that, is probably a little bit cliche. It's not the Seattle Seahawks, though, but it is the Carolina Panthers.
Of course, after last year's defense, who wouldn't take that fantasy team? They are unbelievable, the Carolina Panthers. And the worst average out there for getting picked. They're the fourth best defense. They have a bye in week 7.
I'll tell you, I did a little bit of research this week, and I found out the reason I picked the Panthers is they led 2015 defenses in total interceptions and fumbles forced. That's a lot of points for a defense to rack up.
Well, I'm going to go with Denver. Why? Because if I need a defense on the field, I want Denver. Oh, why? Because they don't have a quarterback. Are they going to be great on the defensive side? They're the new Ravens of today.
Well, that could be good and bad. They're gonna be out there a lot. They have a lot of potential to score or fumbles, interceptions. But yeah, they've also got yards against and scores that the other opponent's going to put up. So it could be a double-edged sword there. I know that they are going to be on the field probably 70% of Denver's possession time. So,
and with my second obvious, I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. Same problem. Osweiler, you don't believe in him. I believe all day. Who let the dogs out with J.J. Watt coming around the corner? He might be the best player in the whole league, J.J. Watt.
Oh, yeah.
We've already discussed
pound
that.
Yeah,
pound
definitely.
for pound, put him on the offensive side, put him on the defensive side. Can Gronk play DE? Who knows?
Yeah, and we're going to go to some, defenses that had more holes in them than Swiss cheese. And I'm going to talk about Philadelphia, but don't just stay away from Philly's defense. Stay away from everything Philadelphia at this point. It's not I'm not trying to dog just the defense. I need you guys to realize that right now. It's just stay away from the whole team. stay away from Philadelphia right now.
Philadelphia. No players in fantasy football this year.
Not a one. There's not
even your defense.
Riley Cooper. You know who Riley Cooper
laughing.
is, right?
You better keep laughing.
Do you know who Riley Cooper is?
Riley Cooper is not very good.
He made a very bad decision at one point on national television.
What was that?
Well, he may have said a racial slur.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit. Hey, you know what? Who doesn't say them in football? Let's be real.
Well,
you yelling, woo, all day long. And all sorts of. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Who you staying away from, Texican?
Staying away from the New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Aints
are now the Aints.
The Aints are back in town.
The Aints are back in town. Get your bags ready, people, and poke some holes in them.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. New Orleans, if there could be a defense out there worse than Philadelphia's, I'll give it to the Texican here. He picked the worst.
New Orleans, are you going to be able to outscore 70 on average?
No, and that's another problem. The Saints have nobody. Not even on offense anymore. They got Drew Brees.
Poor Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, that's it.
God, I hope you're all right. And my last one is San Diego.
Oh, no.
Wales, everybody knows the rest.
Hey, come on now. Don't be getting on the Chargers.
Hey, bro, the Bolts are bolted out. They want out of San Diego. They want out of football. I don't know, but they want out. And guess what? Scoring fest when San Diego comes to town, or you get to visit Wales. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Oh, I can make another bet with you and say that we're going to win more games than your Niners.
All right, let's make a bet. $10 it is.
$10 on the Chargers this season over the 49ers.
Yeah, well, dream on, sucker.
Well,
easy bet, easy money. Here we go. Sleepers.
you
Who's your
mean-
first sleeper? Give me a sleeper defense that people aren't going to think about, but they need to pick up.
The Los Angeles Rams. In their last season as St. Louis, they ranked one of the highest in points allowed on the good spectrum on that. So they had very few points allowed. I like that, especially since they're playing in a very offensive-minded division, nonetheless, Arizona and Seattle.
Mayor, I said give me a sleeper. You're giving me a top 10 defense. Come on. Of course Los Angeles is going to be great, but who I'm going with as a sleeper is the 19th ranked Oakland Raiders. They have been building this Legion of Doom, and here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up the Raiders late, because who the heck gives about defense whenever it comes down to fantasy?
It'll come in handy at least twice a season. They do have to play that Denver offense twice, so play the Oakland Raiders those 2 weeks. I can tell you're going to get a lot of points. I like the Oakland Raiders, Texican, and I'll tell you why. They're in my division. I probably should hate their guts, but I love watching the Raiders play.
You know what? I've hated on the Raiders for a long time now, but my boy Brent Poman Oak out there in the world has followed them true black, just like some other people I know. True black and silver to the bone, and congratulations, Raiders. You have become relevant again in football because of a salary cap, because of the draft, and because of the right decisions that you're making now. But another one is Buffalo.
I like Buffalo. Buffalo's decent. But I don't know. I like Buffalo's offense a lot more than I like their defense, Texican. It's hard to say. I'll put them in the top 15. Is that where ESPN's ranking them? Top 15?
ESPN, I don't care where they're ranking them. I'm just telling you they're ranked out there in the top 15 by anybody. ESPN.
But you're getting your source. Oh, you're not
Fantasy Pros, baby.
Okay.
And that's where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to throw it out there. Fantasy Pros, if you want to win your fantasy football, I'm throwing y'all a shout out since I've never paid for your free service. Yes, I said free. You get to download one team onto their playbook, and you get to play them all season long. And let me tell you, people, they give great advice. I've won 2 fantasy football leagues because of them.
Well, there you go. I had to win my leagues the old-fashioned way, but you can take it however you want. That's fine.
Hey, Fantasy Pros is there for a reason, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing with you. I'm not saying that I didn't win my league by using the internet, because I did. I used it a couple of times. Not to toot my own horn here or anything, but I am 2013 Fantasy Football League champion.
We'll see if you get to win the Mayor and the Texicans League this year.
I'll go ahead and, we're already playing for a $100 gift card, and that, guys, we decided that if me or the Texican or both of us finish in the top 2, and we're going to give it to third place or second place, whoever comes basically next after me or him.
Absolutely.
So,
or you guys might beat us if you're so that lucky.
I hope you do. I'd love to see Texican go down. I'll take a sacrifice to see you go down.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You know how I feel about winning, and that's probably why you're doing that.
Oh, exactly. He's a winner, guys. He's a winner.
Freaking
I'll let you know that. He's going to lose in November, though. He's going to owe me $500.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Moving on to the fourth quarter. Here we go. NFC North. In my opinion, I love Derek's Minnesota Vikings.
Uh-oh. That's something right there. And I like the Minnesota Vikings, too. I put them at second in the division. They will make the playoffs, though. You guys can hear it from me. They will make the playoffs, but Green Bay will win that division. Teddy Bridgewater, he's got some people around him now. I love it.
Teddy Bridgewater has some weapons he gets to throw to, but so does Green Bay. Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers and whoever the hell you want to put out there.
Yeah,
If
Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson.
I don't care if you're Glenn Williams. Who's Glenn Williams? Who cares? Because he'll catch the ball.
He will.
He'll put it in his face mask and it'll get stuffed in there.
Put
But
the
the
Texican
Packers
out there.
are going 13-3 at first place due to schedule. Due to schedule, not due because of Minnesota.
Minnesota's the better team in your opinion.
Absolutely. Minnesota is the number one team in the NFC North, and because of schedule, in my opinion, as my prediction, Green Bay will be first. Followed closely by Minnesota that's rebuilt, revamped, and coming at everybody with everything that they have. So they got Adrian Peterson, Teddy Bridgewater, like you mentioned.
If those
solid.
two are there, who's at the bottom then? Where do you have the Chicago Bears or the Detroit Lions in last place?
I have the Bears at 5-11, and Detroit following close behind at 4-12.
Yeah, that's the division kind of unfolds there at that point.
And they're not making the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Chicago fans, I know a lot of you. And it hurts.
Chicago
I know.
fans, let me tell you something I got to do yesterday, and that was meet Mr. Gregory Scruggs and had the pleasure to sell him a vehicle.
That's insane. How does this keep happening? You got Gregory Scruggs, and then we had Bryson Tiller, and what was it, like 2 weeks before that we had Bryson Tiller come in.
We're in a great spot.
We are. Louisville's a fantastic city, guys, and let me tell you, we have all these famous people coming around. LA, you may have all your people, but Louisville, we're coming for you.
We're coming, and the Texican and the mayor are gonna follow.
We're gonna bring it to you.
But let me tell you, the Bears right now, they're not looking good. After meeting Greg, monster is why I'm laughing. Humongous hands. My hands fit in his palm. Not that I have the biggest hands, but golly.
Compared to the mayor's hands.
They swallowed mine. But huge man, huge ups to him. And my boy Blake, big old Chicago Bears fan. But y'all are at the bottom of the division, followed closely by the Detroit Lions. Lions and Aints, y'all are in the same boat.
Ain't got no defense, huh?
They ain't got no anything.
Yeah, that's
The
correct.
ship has sunk.
Yeah, well, I think Detroit wins more games than New Orleans does this season, and that could be bad.
That's the battle.
That's
the
bad.
Aints versus the never was.
Well, only one team in history's ever went 0-16, Texican,
Hey,
and I was around to see it. I can tell my children that I was around to see the worst team in NFL history.
well, don't be proud of that.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. So you finished up your division. Let's go ahead and move over to the AFC North. I think this division is a little bit more interesting than yours, and just for the simple fact that I think 3 teams out of this division can make the playoffs. It'd be very difficult. I think this is one of the divisions that can, along with the AFC East. So I think these two divisions, the AFC is stacked.
Of course.
They are stacked.
The AFC is
And-
great all around. And who do you have at the top?
Well, at the top of the AFC North, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at no surprise. I've got them going 12-4. They've got a tough schedule. They're a team that could easily be 15-1, 13-3, 12-4. 12-4 just doesn't cut it for them. I think that this is a much better team than that. They've got Antonio Brown, who in my opinion is the best wide receiver in the league. So they've got him. I think Big Ben's going to have a breakout season, and that defense there in Pittsburgh has been really, really bad for a long time. And I hope that they get back to the steel wall.
Well, you know what? You ain't going to have no steel curtain in Pittsburgh because Cincinnati Bengals are going to be at the top of that division due to schedule.
Oh, no.
And you know what? They're going to make a comeback. I believe in you, Marvy. I believe in you, Marvy.
No, and I'll tell you, Marvin Lewis is done in Cincinnati after this season. He will not get a playoff win, and they will get rid of him. He's been how many? I think he's been the last 6 or 5 years.
And that's why they're going to keep him. Hey, it's not his fault
no,
that his players
no.
keep on doing dumb crap
Hold
after
on.
dumb
I'm a San
crap.
Diego Chargers fan. We played them in the playoffs. We barely got into the playoffs. Like, it was our chance to get into the playoffs that season was like 1 in 60,000. We had to hope for 4 different losses, and we had to win out and play the Broncos twice in 3 games. And we did it. And I'll tell you, they should have beat our tail when they played us there in Cincinnati.
Well, you got A.J. McCarron not going to be leading that offense anymore. Yes, he did great, but it's not happening. Might end up starting the season, but it's just due to rust, possibly from the Red Rifle. You got Jeremy Hill, Giovanni Bernard in the backfield, Tyler Eifert, Marvin Jones to get to throw to, Jeremy Hill out of the backfield all day long on those little screens.
No.
And then you got the killer defense. Absolutely have a killer defense all day long in Cincinnati. If you don't have a defense playing for that week, find Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I thought about Cincinnati. They're going to tie with the Cleveland Browns for second place at a 9-7 record.
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give them a lot of time. I love the Cleveland Browns this year. Cleveland is lit right now.
Cleveland's lit. You're right, and it's because of a man by the name of LeBron
Exactly.
James.
Let me tell you though, we'll go on to Cleveland. We're gonna see a team of Cleveland Browns with life. This city has been. I don't know what's so funny. What is so funny?
God. With life? What kind of life are you talking about? A lifeless life? They're
No.
going to be in the Baltimore Ravens over Cleveland.
No. And I'll tell you why. Josh Gordon's back. They got Josh Gordon.
Outstanding.
Okay, and I think Robert Griffin III. I've given this guy so much crap for probably the past 2 years. RG3 will make a positive impact for the Cleveland Browns on the field.
So that's your opinion on them, huh? You have
well,
the offensive lines in shambles, okay? You have a backup quarterback who, Austin Davis, Josh McCown. Who's it going to be? Who's the leader in that room? Cody Kessler? And
No.
who do you have at running back? Isaiah Crowell? Duke Johnson?
No, I
Glenn
think
Winston?
you are going way too overboard with this. Look at who
You got
they
Gary
play.
Barnage at tight
Look
end.
who
There
they
you
play. They get to play. They have the pleasure of playing the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens twice in a season.
go. I'm just telling you.
I
the
think
Ravens.
because of that, they're going to be 9-7. They're going to contend. Cincy's got a harder schedule.
Okay.
It does.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens
Are
over
dead last.
Cleveland.
No, they're dead last with 5-11. They're going to win, and they will be lucky to win 5 games next season. Joe Flacco, Baltimore, he's done. Joe Flacco is done.
Cuckoo.
He's out. He's out. And not to mention the defense, who that's all Baltimore really ever had, is gone. It is gone. Baltimore's defense is in the garbage. They ranked 19th last season, and it's their worst ranking in the past 10 years. They're going to beat that this year.
Well, that's your opinion, and that's why we do play the games, and you never know who's going to get hurt and when they're going to get hurt. But in my opinion, I have Baltimore Ravens in third in that division. Just sheer fact that I believe in the coaching staff. I believe that Joe Flacco will find a way with that rifle of an arm that he has. The defense, you know, you got Victor Ochi out there at linebacker and Chris Carter. He's still got some life. Alvis Doomerville. You know, those aren't little scrubs. Joe Flacco is a true leader in that room. Trent Richardson, you know, maybe he'll find life there with Justin Forsett.
No.
Terrence West or Lorenzo Taliaferro. You never know. I'm telling you, be on the lookout for running backs in Ravenland if you need something.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So really, the only point we're disagreeing with is Cleveland and Baltimore on my side.
Yeah, and the whole division actually, because Cincinnati's gonna win it.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, you are so. Yeah, no, you're done. And we'll place another bet on that one. Only this is a bigger one because I want to make money. They will lose the division. They're not going to win it. And there's $100 on that.
Who is gonna lose the division?
Cincinnati. They will not win the AFC North.
And there it is.
Okay, there's about $1,000 worth of bets on the line at this place. But no, Baltimore Ravens, they're done. I loved them. I love seeing Ray Lewis. He was amazing, and I love seeing him get one in his last season. But that's it, guys. That's it. All right, guys. That was the end of the fourth quarter. I hope you guys agree with us, and if not, let us know. Guys, we have a Facebook and a Twitter account out right now. What you guys are going to need to do, I'm going to post the links in the description below. I'm going to go ahead and put our Twitter and our Facebook handle in there. Me and the Texican, we're doing a giveaway. It's one entry per each of these actions that you guys would do. But what we're going to do is, once we get up and running, once we hit a consistent basis of 150 views on our videos, we're going to go ahead and do this giveaway. And you guys are going to be able to get entries a couple different ways. So I'm going to post this in the description also. But if you guys want to get an entry, you can get one per action here. You can like the video on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. You can follow our Twitter page and retweet the video on Twitter and like the Facebook page and share the video on Facebook. Each one of those will get you an entry, and we're going to draw for that once we hit 150 views consistently. And that's going to be a $100 gift card to NFL Shop.
NFL fans out there, if you have an idea like you want us to do NBA or golf or just a gift card to Dick's, let us know and we can do that too.
No doubt. Until next time, guys, this is the Mayor and the Texican thanking you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Órale.